Hmm. Well, I get that question a lot about, how do you really get what you want out of life? How do you get to that next level? How do you get to where you want to be? Really, the question is, how do you become who you really want to be? And I think it comes down to balance. There has to be a balance in your life, and it really depends on what type of business you're in. Even if you're not in business, if you're a housewife or a homemaker, or a spouse that's not working, or if you're a type A personality that's running and gunning and jamming, or you're a type D personality that's mellow and quiet, we all ultimately want to have that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling that we get when we accomplish something and we accomplish it well and we know in our heart we did a good job. And that doesn't mean always succeeding, having a successful run at something. It means knowing that I gave it my best shot. But again, I think the important thing is balance. We as humans have to have that, and a lot of times for some of us that means a place to go work, security with our work, as well as having a home base, someone at home, a family at home. For others, if you're a single wild man animal, it could be you don't need job security, but you got gigs that are happening, and you got that condo 30 stories up with the Lamborghini, and all this going on in jamming. Or it could be you're a single woman, you could be in modeling, and you're jamming all around the internationally around the world, and you're on the runways, and you're in the nightclubs, and you're having a great time, and that's where you want to be. For every one of us, it's different. But when we lay our heads down at night and we shut the light out, that's probably the truest sense of feeling that we have. Or if you ever have awoken in the middle of the night, awakened in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning, and that quietness, that calmness that you hear, that's when you really start to think. And at that moment, usually you kind of know where you are in life. And if you don't feel like you're in the right place, if you don't feel like you're in the right place, you can change it, and you can change it like that. I met with a gentleman named Burt Reynolds. Many people know Mr. Reynolds. Burt Reynolds, the actor, director, producer, and talked to him about getting into the movie business and doing a movie. And he said, just do it. And I said, but what do you mean do it? He goes, just do it. Set a date. Make the movie. Do a movie. If you want to do a movie, set the date and do a movie. John Daly, who recently passed away, who did Hoosiers and Terminator and Platoon, those were all his films that he did. He said the same thing to me. He said, Nick, if you really want to do it, just do it. There are so many people out there that will help you. Once you set your mind to something, and once you decide you want to do it, you can do it. And if you push, you will do it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to say I want to go make a film. And that doesn't mean I'm going to say I'm going to be the top salesman. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a model and boom, it's going to happen. I have to put one foot in front of the other. I have to find people to work with. But you know what? If I know that I want to do something in my mind, and I really want it, I have that passion we hear Tony Robbins talk about. I have all the same character traits and everything that we hear Zig Ziglar and all the great, Tom Hopkins, all of them talk about. We put all that together, and we have to listen to those people because they're professionals. They're trained professionals. They know what they're talking about. If we implement those things into our life, and like I say, whether you want to be the best farmer, whether you want to work at the grocery store and be the best clerk, whether you want to be the president of the United States of America, whether you want to run a boat company, be the best car sales manager in the world, whatever it is, you want to be the best teacher, the best nurse, whatever it is, we all have the same makeup as a human. And what that means is we have to have the passion to really want it, and we have to have that drive, which is we call motivation. And who motivates us? Someone has to motivate. It's hard to motivate yourself sometimes. A lot of people can get there, but you have to find a mentor. Find a mentor. Even if you don't know them, get a book on someone that you think is your mentor, that you want to be your mentor, and read everything about them and emulate them. Become like them. If you want it, you will get it. And as Bert and John both said to me, just do it. Just go out and do it, and it will happen. Find that balance in your life. Find that happiness. Peace and happiness is really what we all want. With that, so much comes, including everything that you want to make you happy. I'm not just talking about the money. Of course, money's nice, but that's not what really makes us happy. Believe me, I've been there. I know that. What makes me happy is different than what makes you happy, is different than what makes you happy. But we all want that same feeling, and we can get there. We can be who we really want to be. We just have to have that passion, and we have to believe it. We have to know, and we have to believe it. That's what we all have to do.